was the NBA. It wasn't WWE. They really there was nothing that they could have done in this situation from Kroenke's perspective in terms of repairing the damage after it was done. The damage was done, and Vince he needed to realize that and move on, and he needed to realize the magnitude of the situation that he was dealing with. And he kind of took it to the next level, which as a businessman you can kind of see. He was obviously he had contracts signed, and contracts are not meant to be broken, but they were broken. And so, obviously lawsuits are going to be seen here, and obviously this will carry on for a long time. And I'd be interested to know if WWE will return back to Denver and will come back to that same stadium. What do you think?
They are gonna return to Denver. They've already got a date set. I think it's August 7th, but they're going to run the Coliseum, Denver Coliseum out there. And not the Pepsi Center. No, I don't think he's going to run the Pepsi Center. I mean,
Yeah, I don't see that happening, at least for a long time, in terms of them going back there and dealing with the same people there. I mean,
the problem is that Kroenke owns not only the Denver Nuggets, but he also owns the Colorado Avalanche, and he owns the Pepsi Center. He owns the entire building, the entire arena, what I mean? And Vince isn't going to want to do business. Obviously, Vince isn't going to want to do business with him. But the Coliseum, I used to live out in Denver, and that holds a max of about 8,000 out there, and the Pepsi Center holds almost 20,000.
I was in Denver a few weeks ago, maybe months ago, but
nice place, isn't it? Denver's a great place. I love that.
Oh, it's a really nice place. I loved it. It was very clean, incredibly clean for such like a big city for that extent. It was incredibly clean. I was very surprised by that when I got there. But just driving around Denver in general, you see all the roads are always busy. There are always people around, and it's a busy place. And obviously, a big WWE following is there. And
I mean, Denver's you've got Coors Field where the Rockies play. You've got the Pepsi Center where the Avalanche and the Nuggets play. You've got Invesco Field, the used to be called Mile High Stadium where the Broncos play. I mean, you've got major team. I mean, that is a huge city. You know what I mean? Compared to
they're not stuck in the worst situation. There could have been worse cities for it to happen where there really aren't as many other prominent venues. They won't have a terrible time finding other venues to go to in the future. Whether or not they can find other ones to the magnitude and to the extent of the Pepsi Center, I don't know. It takes a hit to WWE's business, but you'll see if their own, what's the word I'm looking for? If they're too kind of selfish per se to even go into that, and they don't want to hurt their pride by going back to a stadium that kind of screwed them out, even though it would be a better draw for them.
Oh yeah, it'd be more money for them, and more fans, more money, more merchandise sales, and they don't go to Denver that often. I mean, I lived out there for a few years, and I only saw them out there maybe twice, and I had to go. One night I was in Denver. This is going to lead me into the next thing here is why did they move Raw to Los Angeles? And we'll talk about that here for a second. But I think there's a good reason for that after they did the spoof last night, because I had originally thought they were either going to do it at a weekend house show that was already booked, which they wound up canceling those, or they were going to go out to the World Arena in Colorado Springs, where they already had tonight's SmackDown and ECW tapings booked. Obviously, they've been moved to Los Angeles for tonight. But the thing about it is they did the spoof last night, right? And it got over huge because they were in Los Angeles. And when I was watching it, I was thinking, if they did this at the World Arena in Colorado Springs, if they rebooked that and they just crapped all over the Nuggets like they did last night on Raw, I mean, the crowd in Colorado Springs would have crapped all over that. You know what I mean? I mean, they would have said, whoa, you're in Colorado and you're spoofing the Nuggets, which are our team. You know what I mean? So it made sense in the long run to do it in Los Angeles, where you know that it's going to get over with the Los Angeles crowd, because every one of those people in the arena are probably Lakers fans and not fans of the Nuggets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it really comes down to the fact that they were in this situation and they really needed to capitalize off it, and they needed to use all the media attention that they were getting, and they needed to challenge it and use it to better the product. And so they did decide to go for a different stadium in a different area, which, I don't know, they wanted to kind of get their revenge at this point, and they kind of let their vengeful attitude get in the way of what might have been a better business decision in the long run. I don't know. If I were in that city, I would have at least rather to still be able to attend an event. You know, it's not like a big change in terms of the driving distance or anything like that. And they already had their plans. I'm sure they already had plane tickets booked for all the for the whole for everyone involved with it. And so I don't know if in the long run it was the best business decision to move it. From a marketing standpoint, maybe. From a technical standpoint and from a pleasing the fans in Denver standpoint, maybe not. What I see them doing from here, though, is maybe planning more events for the year. If they're going to be in a smaller venue, then it's definitely a possibility that they'll have more events throughout the year in order to satisfy that.
Yeah. We have Jose. Are you here?
I'm here.
There he is, buddy. What's up? Hey, let me JMK, buddy. I'm gonna that was a good discussion. I like that. Me and JMK just sat here while we waited for you, Jose, and talked about the whole Denver, Los Angeles thing from the past week, and it turned out good. I like that, JMK. That was good, man. That was good. Let me let's plug the forums one more time. Like we said, what are we going for? 250?
250 by next week, guys. Please help us out. We want to reach this goal. I want to prove Clark wrong. He's a bit skeptical about the number, but I think it can happen. Please, everyone, go register. Tell your friends. Tell your family, tell your uncles, aunts, anyone, get them over there, get them to register on WZRforums.com. It's an amazing community. I guarantee that you won't regret it. We've got tons of woman galleries, all free for registering. All you have to do is go to the forums. You can view these galleries. You can also discuss with other members. You can make requests for images that you want to see. We've got a shout box at the top of the page. You've got active discussions going on all the time, and I'm sure with more members, more discussions will be happening. So please come check us out. That's WZRforums.com. We'll see you there.
We'll see you there, and there is no way in hell that we're hitting 250 by next week. But prove me wrong.
I'm going to prove you wrong.
WZRforums.com. JMK, thanks, man, as always, for helping me out here while we waited for Jose, who we got here now, man. I appreciate it, buddy.
Yep, have a good show, guys.
All right, man, take it easy. Jose Rivera from Stamford, Connecticut. What's crack-a-lacking, my man?
Not much. Just got in my car, finished my game. My arm is hanging. I'm in pain. That is pretty good.
Yeah? What about, how's the groin? Feeling all right?
Yeah, the groin is fine. No pain anymore. Just a little discomfort here and there, but after playing 8 games on Saturday and Sunday, I'm actually doing pretty good. It's just my arm is hanging now.
No doubt. My foot, no improvement over last week. We're still in the same boat that we were in last week. Still a little bit of a limp, hobbling around, and it kills me, man. When I get out of bed in the morning time for about that first 5 or 10 minutes, ouch. I mean, it just kills me. And then once I put some pressure on it and start walking around, we're all right. So we're good. So what about the game? Did you win or what?
We actually, unfortunately, we lost by 1 run. The team is not the strongest teams that I play. I mean, I play 5 times a week, plus not including our tournaments, and this is probably like the weakest team that I played throughout the week. But it wasn't too bad. I was 2 for 4 with 2 hits. But when you make errors and you walk people, that's if you guys know baseball, then you kind of know what happens when you end up walking people. It kind of haunts you.
What you said baseball? No, Jose. Baseball's a man's sport. Baseball is a man's sport, my man. You play softball, right?
Let me correct you first of all. It's a man's sport. I mean, it's extremely competitive when it comes to playing softball. It's an older crowd Babe Ruth. This is not Little League. This is actually competitive. So, and there's a lot of men that do end up playing the game after baseball. We're very limited, unless I'm playing for the Yankees. If not, then there's nothing out here to play.
I'm gonna stick to my guns and say that softball